Hi, my name is Andre. Yeah, well, I did write the article on hire as a response to a Hire for Exposure blog that came through a professional photographer's Facebook group lately. And I'd like to share in this short video my own experience. Now, I have to go back many years because it was at the beginning of my studio. I sort of got involved with the Chamber of Commerce, and of course, we exchanged services, the Chamber of Commerce. I would pay for my membership, and they would invite me to the event. I would get in there for free, and I would occasionally get a meal. And I would take some photographs in exchange of exposure, okay? So that's basically the same concept here. Then one day, I hear that there's an advertising agency CEO is coming through to be the guest speaker. I said, wow, this is a fantastic opportunity for me to get a qualified crowd in front of me. So I'd like to show off my business. And so I went to the Chamber of Commerce and I asked them, and I figured that they owed me a favor because I have been there so many times and I wanted to get that extra exposure in front of this speaker. So I said, would you allow me to place on the tables a very well-designed promo piece for my business? They were a little hesitant at first, except that they said they had no rules against it, no rules for it. And they said, okay, Andre, so we sort of trust you, and then hopefully this is going to work out well for both of you or the Chamber of Commerce. I said, great, I promise you this is going to be fine. So I went to a graphic design studio, I shared my concept. The concept was simple. I inquired how many guests would be at each table. It would be 8. And so we designed a promo piece, which would be like a flip over, and it would be a photograph that would appear, and there were 8 different photographs. The message was the same, the card was the same, except the photograph was a different product, because I wanted to get more industrial and commercial work. So each guest had a different photograph. So as it turned out, when they opened the envelope, they were curious, obviously. They opened the envelope, they looked at how there's a photograph of something industrial, there was something commercial, and so they started moving around the table, and they were quite impressed on the concept. So as it goes on, the speaker does his thing, and then everybody leaves after the event, and people go. Not everybody took the card with them. As a matter of fact, only 40 of the people took the card with them, and 40 left over. I picked them up, I saved them for a future event. One person called. That's a little more than 2% of the return, which is not bad. One person called. I went over and presented my portfolio, and we had a working relationship for 4 to 5 years where this person, marketing genius from a big lumber company, he gave me for $15,000 to $20,000 a year for the next 5 years. He also became a very dear friend of us because I hired him at one point to help me promote my business. You see, this went way beyond the hire for exposure concept at the beginning, because obviously Maurice, the gentleman, could see the value that I was offering, and I could see the value that he was offering me as well. So my business took off from that point. Maurice moved away after the 5 years, so we sort of lost track. But if you ask me, coming back to the hire for exposure concept, if you ask me, does it work? It certainly did for me. Will it work for you? It depends. It depends on your intentions. It depends on how you prepare for it. It depends how you have that connection with the organization and how you can make it happen. Just don't show up there and just take some photographs and be absent. Just make sure that you are well prepared for the event. Now, for those of you that do not believe in the concept, don't want to provide your work for free, and I totally understand that, and your decision is yours. For me, it worked out. Have a good one.